It's such a great promo video they put together for that.
The actual recording took place in Potton Hall, which is on the and it's on the eastern coast of England. And so it's like this artist retreat kind of like even like health spa. This entire like multi-acre facility. There's this entire barn, old barn that was just converted into this incredible recording studio. And musicians, basically it's just a retreat so that musicians from London and other cities will go out there and they'll rent the whole facility and stay in all the houses. It's very rare and very special privilege to be able to return to teach at the school you trained in, and it's very humbling. And actually it's quite burdensome because you feel this huge weight of history on your shoulders. You feel this duty to be this perfect steward of this legacy. In the case, just I have Larry Teal's painting on my wall, and I have big framed picture of Don Cinta on my wall. They're watching over me, and I remember as a sophomore, my quartet judge was Donald Cinta, and I was terrified when I saw the name. Well, when we got there in the morning of the competition, we didn't know who our judges were, and then we saw the list of the rooms, we saw the name of the judge, and we saw who was playing, and I saw Donald Cinta, and I saw my quartet on that list, and I freaked out.
Just knowing who Don Cinta was at that age, I'm kind of jealous.
Well, I had his recordings. I had Donald Cinta's recordings since 8th grade. So, I mean, my private teacher handed me, cassette tapes of ripped albums of Cinta and Hemke and Russo and I mean, I had all of that as early as 8th grade. And when it was over, and he was sitting there, and he had been there all day long. And he was so tired. And when the quartet ended, he said, great job. He's like, you three, and he pointed to my quartet mates. He said, you three, I want you to leave. I was like, you, and he pointed to me. He said, you stay. So my three friends, I looked at them, and I was like, oh God, what's going to happen? And we all freaked out, and they're all like, they were afraid for me or whatever, but they left. And I stayed in the room, and Cinta came up to me and he said, you need to go to Interlaken, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but I will go there. Whatever you're telling me to do, I will go there. But yeah, but when you talk about the 600, 700, 800 other music schools in this country, if you're auditioning for a school, you must cultivate that relationship with the potential professor you would study with, right? You're auditioning for a professor. And I think if we look at what distinguishes a great player from a diamond in the rough, as we say, a diamond in the rough, it's certainly attitude, it's certainly courtesy, it's certainly manners, behavior, all of that, but also there are certain things you'll hear. You may hear a student that doesn't have the flashy technique of someone coming in playing, Days and Clo or Fuzzy Bird's Knot or something like that, as a senior in high school. But you may hear someone come in and play the Crescent Sonata, and they've taken great care to play the first page, And Don Cinta would always say, and I continue this in my own recruiting, you know everything about a student in the first notes they make, the first sounds they make, the first measure of something they're playing. How do they take a breath? How do they approach the instrument? What kind of artistic presence do they have when they take a breath? Are they just ramming the horn in their mouth and making any old sound? Or have they before they made the first sound, have they gone through a checklist of concepts, breathing and embouchure and face? I have never held missing a note against a student.
Everyone hear that?
No, I mean, you miss notes. Who cares? We all miss notes, and so I care about the presence of that person. Do they have a poise? Do they stand tall? Do they play with confidence? And you know what? You see that, you see the applications to music making and the applications to practicing and time management
Mhm.
and physical conditioning and mental and physical health. And I knew this will be a successful saxophonist.
Yeah.
Whether he does, the more I played with violinists and clarinetists and pianists. I mean, it's just, that's what we must try to do, is to break that glass ceiling of the real classical music world. We
Couldn't
have
agree
to
with you more.
we have to fight for that. We have to fight to get those opportunities.